Welcome to you from Inside Drug Discovery. This video describes a drug, Lynkuet, which was recently approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The video describes mostly the medicinal chemistry properties of the drug rather than clinical outcomes in patients. Lynkuet was approved on October 24, 2025. Lynkuet is approved for the treatment of moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms due to menopause. The active pharmaceutical ingredient in Lynkuet is elinzanetant. The drug is administered orally once per day in a 120 milligram dose. The sponsor for the NDA is Bayer. A link to the prescribing information insert of Lynkuet is shown on this slide as well as in the video description. The indication for Lynkuet is vasomotor symptoms, or VMS. The primary symptom treated is hot flashes, but related relevant symptoms include night sweats and sleep loss. Hot flashes are experienced in nearly 80% of menopausal women. And the median age of menopause in the United States is 51.3 years. VMS is normally treated through hormone therapy, but hormone therapy is not an option for all patients. In those cases, or if hormone therapy is not effective for a patient, then alternative treatments are needed. Elinzanetant, the API in Lynkuet, acts on two targets, the neurokinin-1, NK1, and the neurokinin-3, NK3 receptors. Elinzanetant acts as an antagonist on both receptors with low nanomolar Ki values according to IUPhar's Guide to Pharmacology. Through NK1 and NK3 antagonism, elinzanetant affects neural activity in thermal regulation and therefore moderates hot flashes in patients. Some of the key physicochemical properties of elinzanetant are on the screen. From a drug discovery or medchem standpoint, keep in mind that this drug is orally administered. When I look at these properties through the lens of Lipinski's rules, I see a high molecular weight, I see a high C log P, I see a high number of hydrogen bond acceptors. So these are three Lipinski violations. If you have more than one, then a compound is considered unlikely to be orally absorbed. Oral availability is not a binary yes or no kind of thing, but still, 3 strikes, yikes. Based on these numbers, I would guess that the bioavailability is not so good due to poor absorption. Well, let's see what the oral bioavailability actually is on the next slide when we look at the PK properties. Boom. Okay, let's go down to the 4th row. F, oral bioavailability, is 52%. That's not bad at all. I know that the idea of operating beyond the rule of 5, or Lipinski's rules, is not new, but I'm genuinely surprised that this compound has this high of an oral bioavailability based on its physicochemical properties. It's a credit to the discovery team. Okay, enough about bioavailability and absorption. Let's look at the other PK properties. The half-life is quite long, at 45 hours. The values for distribution volume and clearance do not match the reported half-life, but the volume and clearance are from single-dose IV data, and I suspect the half-life is from oral data. Tmax is short at just 1 hour, which is consistent with likely absorption in the stomach. Elinzanetant undergoes phase 1 metabolism. 3 metabolites are called out in the prescribing information. M27 arises from oxidation of this aryl methyl group to introduce an alcohol. M3034 involves oxidation on the morpholine ring to give a lactol. M1827 is a combination of both oxidations together. The major circulating species is the parent compound, elinzanetant. Drug-related material is almost exclusively excreted via the feces, and about half is unchanged drug. With regard to safety, Lynkuet carries several warnings, including as a CNS depressant, possible elevation of liver enzymes, risk of pregnancy loss, and risk of seizures. Adverse reactions observed in at least 5% of patients include headache, fatigue, dizziness, and somnolence. That concludes this summary of the approval of the new drug application of Lynkuet, which was granted by the U.S. FDA on October 24th of 2025. Lynkuet contains elinzanetant as its API and is approved for the treatment of vasomotor symptoms in menopausal women. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Your comments and questions are always welcome. Take care.